Hello again, this is Roving Souls Transit Chat. I'm Jeff Grunland. It's October 22nd, 2017. It's only been a few days since I've done a transit chat, but I wanted to do one today because I forgot a couple things I wanted to mention in the last one. And Mars goes into Libra today in about an hour or two, around 12 or 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock Eastern time. It's going to be there until December 9th. And Mars has been in Virgo, as I've said before. Mars has been in Virgo, creating the need to do a lot of work, in particular with Venus being in Virgo with it, and now in Libra. A lot to do with relationships, which I've mentioned many, many times in the last few transit chats. And I'm going to go there again a little bit today, but one thing I didn't mention last week that I wanted to mention is that I didn't really address people who don't have significant others or spouses. I know I mentioned friends and business partnerships and such, family members and stuff. But maybe you're kind of a loner and you don't know what Libra means, to you. What does the new moon in Libra that happened on Thursday mean to you? So I wanted to address that. Libra isn't just relationships. I mean, it is a huge part of it, but the reason why it's relationships is because you come out of Virgo. Virgo is about doing the work, getting work done. It's the doer, it's making sure that things aren't left undone. It's refining things, making them as perfect as possible. It's order, it's control, self-control. It's your health, and thinking that you can do everything on your own. Everything, you're getting it done yourself. Everything's up to you. And when you come out of Virgo into Libra, you're kind of coming into this realization that you can't do everything by yourself. You need someone else there. You need some help. There is power in numbers. So even though you might not be in a relationship, there's still an element of a realization that you need help. You can't do everything by yourself. You might live alone. You might, pay your own bills, work your job, come home, take care of everything on your own. But something might come up where you need someone else. You might get sad and depressed and you need a shoulder to cry on. These are things that are definitely always intrinsic to everyone's lives, even if you're not in a relationship. So more importantly, Mars going into Libra today, Mars is the warrior. Mars goes and gets what it wants. Mars stands up for what it believes in and fights for it hard, tooth and nail. It truly is the god of war, Roman god of war, fighting for what you believe in. So it's the activist, as I said before. And with Mars going into Libra, Libra is not just needing someone else, but it's also seeing the other side of things. So, somebody that might have a lot of Libra and then might have a tendency to play the devil's advocate, or maybe grew up in a conservative family and just really wanted to see the other side of the tracks, really wanted to see what else there is out there besides just what you grew up with. And everybody has a little bit of every sign and planet in their chart. Some are just more predominant than others due to aspects or houses being populated by certain planets, or not. So Libra is about seeing the other side of things. Sometimes it can get to extremes where you play the other side, even though it's not what you maybe fully believe in. You want to play that role to keep balance in a conversation at a party, for instance. It is the scales, the balance. Let's keep things on a level here. Let's not tip everything to one side and not give any credit to the other side, whatever that may be. So, um, but ultimately, it's kind of similar to Sagittarius, which seeks foreign cultures and foreign religions, things that are way beyond what you're used to, because you just feel drawn to seek and seek and seek and seek. And Libra tends to want to seek and seek and seek because it feels that other people have something to offer besides what you yourself just have or what you grew up with. So Mars in Libra for the next month and a half. It's a great time to honestly go out there and seek something new and different. You might feel compelled to do that naturally. And, you might, if you're in a relationship, you might want to do that together, or one of you might, you yourself or the other, or both of you independently of each other, might really want to see what else there is out in the world, might have a kind of a desire to see another side of something on your own, not necessarily with them. It might just come to you. Hey, I was just thinking that I wonder what it's like, what these people are thinking, or what these people are thinking, or whatever it might be. And another thing I wanted to mention about Mars in Libra is similar to Mars-Venus conjunct, is that because Venus rules Libra, when you have a Mars-Venus connection, conjunction, Mars in Libra, Mars in Taurus, Venus in Aries, these can be people who feel like they can do everything themselves. They can take care of both the masculine and feminine within. They don't need someone else to play that other element to nature. They can really take care of everything on their own. They don't need that other person. But with Mars in Libra, it is the revelation. It is the seeking, the need to find the other side, another important part of life that you're not familiar with, that you're drawn to. So even though it can seem like you can take care of everything yourself, you don't need your spouse to be inspired or anything like that. It really ultimately is about really realizing that there's a lot more out there. There's a lot more out there than just what you know and what you're used to and what you've been in control of all these years, all your life. There is more. And what a apropos time to go look for more. Go seek something that you didn't think you'd ever want to seek. Go look for something that is new and different. Go meet somebody who's not somebody you ever thought you'd want to meet. And tonight actually, I think, Sun goes into Scorpio, and it's going to conjunct Taurus on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm sorry, it's going to conjunct Jupiter. My apologies. Sun is going to conjunct Jupiter on Tuesday or Wednesday in Scorpio, which is about more, as I've said before, seeking more, digging deep, finding things that you didn't remember were there deep down inside you. And with Mars and Libra, it's kind of this combination of going out and getting it. Sun and Jupiter is a very opportune time to shine your light, but it's also shining light down in the depths. So combine those two ideas. Yeah, Mars standing up for what it believes in, what it wants to fight for, standing up for the rights of yourself, and going out and looking for that other side to balance what you've been weighed down by your whole life. You've always felt like you've been like this, and yeah, you've kind of maybe evolved and changed and stuff, but there's a whole other thing over here that you're kind of like, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. I'm kind of interested, but I'm kind of scared. But you know what? maybe that would really help me be a more well-rounded person. Go out there and get it. Go out there and seek that other. So you can be a more wholesome, evolved individual. Yeah? Awaken your consciousness, raise that consciousness. You know, Uranus is in Aries, like I mentioned in the last transit chat, and Aries is ruled by Mars, and Uranus is the rebel. Uranus is like, hey man, whatever, dude, I'm going out and getting that. I'm going to go out and get what I think is what I need to make myself a better, more balanced person, more wholesome, harmonious soul, you know, who has seen and learned more about life. And with Sun and Jupiter and Scorpio, it is digging deep. It is looking far, finding things that maybe you didn't want to find, that are going to help you maybe transform your soul into something more better, more nearly right than wrong, as I said before. So take that Mars Libra for the next month and a half as a sign that it's time to get out that door and go seek something new, the opposite of what you've been used to for so long. Go look for something different, and do it with love, as always, from the heart. Blessings.